I mean, just give me your overall takes on this game, man.
Oh man, the ebb and flows. It was ups and downs, man. It was kind of a typical Knicks game. Get down, get back up, make it exciting. But I mean, I don't mind these types of losses. The 76ers are a beastly team.
Yeah.
The addition of Tobias Harris makes things a lot harder on a lot of people. And you saw what he can do for this team today.
Yeah.
But overall, the Knicks bench, I love what I saw from the Knicks bench with 74 points.
74 points from the bench tonight. 4 bench players in double figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mitch Robinson played great. Trier came back from the dead. Dotson was hot in the first, and even DeAndre was getting into the swing of things in the first quarter, the first half, I mean. So, I mean, there was a lot of great contributions today, and it showed up in the loss. But you know what? These are the type of losses I can stomach.
This was good for the tank. This was good for the tank, man. You know, obviously the way the game went, it looked like it was going to be a laugh for early. We was down by as much as 26 points.
Mm-hmm.
Second unit brought us in. You know, it's almost as if DSJ and Knox have that same issue with their motor. Like when I'm looking at DSJ, I'm still trying to figure out like what it is that made Dallas just put him on the block so fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out. Like, what is it that like, because you see the flashes with him, but I'm like, what is it? Yes, I understand they got Luka Doncic. I understand that. But what was it that made them put him on the block so fast? And then when say that again.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, and then, you know, I'm just looking at, you know, these slow starts, looking at the Cleveland game, looking at this game, and the slow starts, we need, and if we're talking about trying to stay in games and trying to, quote-unquote, win games, right? We need DSJ, to my opinion, DSJ and Knox to be the table setters, you know, because they are the most talented players on the team. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you know, the bench unit stepped up. Dotson, your boy Free Dot, you know, came alive in the first half. 14 first half points for Free Dot. What do you think about the zone? The zone looked like it was it kept us in the game at times tonight.
Well, first of all, let me shout out to the coaching staff because they worked with Mitch all year. And there were spots of him playing the 4. And the zone looks really good with Mitch and Luke. Both 7-footers, both being
long.
Both being able to anchor the defense. Yeah, pause. Both being able to anchor the defense and disrupt something. So the zone once again worked. I'm not sure if without those two guys back there, if it would work as well. But man, those two together are proving to be a nice little tandem.
14 points, 13 rebounds, 4 blocks from Money Mitch. Yo, he's arrived, J. Ellis. Money Mitch has arrived, man. And for the guys who, you know, Fizdale has endured a lot of criticism this year. For some things justified, other things not. But, you know, once again, if we're talking about this year, one of the goals being player development, you look at Money Mitch.
Yeah.
You know, look at Money Mitch. Having not played organized ball in over a year, to jumping right into the NBA, you know, with his frame. Listen, you got to give the coaching staff credit, man. This is now 5 straight games with over 10 points, 2 block shots at 60% shooting, being the only Knicks rookie to do that, next to Patrick Ewing. Another 5 straight games in double figures. 4 games now, he's averaging over 12 points, 8 boards, and I believe 3 block shots. I mean, what more can you say about this kid, man? I feel like Mitch, from where he's come from, this was an achievement for our team this year.
Oh yeah, I loved it. I loved the every minute of it. I loved how he blocked Embiid multiple times. I loved that DeAndre got to sit and watch, and you see the fruits of the labor coming to fruition. Like I love the work ethic of this kid, and it's scary. It's scary how fast he's picking things up, man. Scary how fast. It's like game to game, it seems like he's getting better and better.
Yeah.
And a game like this against a premier center is going to do wonders for his confidence, especially considering the games before this one, Embiid ate him up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Listen, he's stepping up to the challenge. There was one play where Embiid tried to throw it off the backboard and style on us. Mitch hit him with the hard foul and shook his head like, nah, bro, you're not going to do that in our house. And I love that attitude. We said it from earlier this season. Mitch is a goon. And Mitch is not going to have that, man. Mitch is not going to have it.
Nah, man. And DJ, actually, there's another goon. DJ is a little bit of a goon too, yo.
Yeah.
DJ is a goon. DJ, I still feel like DJ still owes Frank an apologies for when we played him in that first game versus Dallas. Like I still remember DJ threw Frank to the floor after Frank moved by him.
He did. So he did hit him with a cheap shot.
Word. I was like, yo, I thought they were boys. I thought they were boys. What happened with it? But
he did hit him with a cheap shot, man. But
you know what, too? I will say this. DJ, he needs a jumper, and I don't put all the.
You talking about Mitch?
I mean Dennis Smith Jr.
Okay.
He's a jumper.
Yeah,
and I'll say this: Ben Simmons. You forget Ben Simmons is 6'10".
Yeah.
So Dennis Smith Jr. getting a shot off against a 6'10" point guard is not going to be as easy as it is against these other guards out here, especially with type of help defense that the Sixers play. So, I mean, it is what it is right now.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I just think, the thing with DSJ is, like, to me, his attitude sometimes just ain't there.
No, his attitude is all over the place.
Yeah. To me, the attitude just isn't there sometimes with him. You know, it's a similar situation with Knox and his motor. It's like these guys, they just not turning up consistently.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't know if it was a lack of effort today. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like he didn't have it. I feel like him and Ben Simmons were drawing all day,
all night. Yeah, that's the thing with DSJ. He wants to smoke with everybody, but I'm sitting here like, yo, dog, you've been struggling now. Second straight game, you having a hard go at it. You just, I like the attitude, but I'm like, listen, you need to tone it down because right after that, Ben Simmons turned up on us in the third quarter.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. This is one of those nights where this is one of those nights where I would like to see if Frank was here because Frank seems to have Ben Simmons' number and Ben Simmons was eating us up the first half.
Yeah,
for a long time. This was a good game for Frank. But also, I liked what I saw from Kadeem Allen too.
Kadeem Allen is playing like a pit. They're hungry, man. 13 points, 4 dimes, 3 boards, 3 steals. This is what kept us in the game, man. He was part of that second unit that gave us 74 points in the game. He's just hungry, man. He's just hungry. I like him. I like him. Not for nothing, as a starter, nothing like that. I like him as a third point guard on this team just to provide depth and be a good practice player for when we get, some better talent in here. I like Kadeem Allen.
No, I'm not gonna lie, yo. Like today when I saw Kadeem play, I felt more comfortable with him in the game than
yes. Absolutely.
Like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think the coach did too because he kept him out there for as long as he could until they got kind of winded.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he took him out with about 4 minutes left, puts in Dennis Smith Jr., who right away commits a turnover and kind of, took some momentum out. But I thought the turning point of the game, it was about 3 minutes left. Mitch caught that one block on Embiid. I thought DSJ pushed it up to Dotson. Dotson bricked the 3. Philly comes back. Tobias Harris, the New York native, Long Island native, buries a 3-pointer. I think he had about 25, a quiet 25 for Tobias Harris. But that put him up 10, and that was basically it. Yeah, man.
This like we need to make shots. At the end of the day, we played hard. The second unit played very hard. But when we needed that one shot, that one free throw, that one layup to break that momentum and put us over the top, we just couldn't make it. Yeah, as great as Dot was playing in the first half, he got some great looks in the second half, and it just didn't go down. And, I mean, kudos to the team for fighting, but we just need to hit shots.
Yeah. This one was one for the tank, man. This one was one for the tank. I got to check the Cleveland score. I'm not sure where they are. Somebody in the chat, let me know if Cleveland won or lost. I know they were battling. And they had on their fake Knicks jerseys on tonight, so hopefully they did lose. Or hopefully they won, actually. Hopefully that was one for the tank. But ISO bounced back nicely today.
Yeah.
ISO had a good game. ISO had a good game tonight. I think he finished with 19 points, 3 of 4 shooting from 3. So shout out to ISO for bouncing back. He's been in a bit of a lull. What do you think?
Yo, man, I like this new ISO, dog.
Yeah.
I feel like ISO, I mean, he's not shooting well all the time, but to me, I don't know if you noticed it, but he's passing the ball a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more. He's finding those shooters in the corner a lot more. He's been diving to Mitch a lot more. He's been driving and getting a little wraparound passes. Of course, I love when he's hitting those threes. And so today was a great shooting night, very efficient, 19 points. But I also love that he was just looking for his teammates and he was mixing it up. Keep that up. Keep that energy, bro. Keep that energy. Yep. I like that.
Yeah, I think he's been playing a bit more under control, even though he hasn't been shooting well. He's been looking for his guys. He's getting that chemistry going with Mitch. Definitely swinging the ball. I thought him and Kadeem Allen had some good minutes together. I thought him and Dotson had some good minutes together as well. So good job by ISO tonight, bouncing back. And who else? How about that Kevin Knox dunk, man? What was your reaction to that dunk, man? This might have been dunk of the year. God. This might have been dunk of the year, Jay Ellis.
That was the play of the year, though.
This might have been it,
dunk of the year.
Two
hands, chest to chest.
Yams.
On bet, yes.
Yeah.
Yak him, fall on the floor.
Oh man, DeAndre looked at him with the side eye.
Yo, I'm printing that joint out. I mean, the rest of his game was horrible, but damn.
I mean, and this is it. Like when we talk about the motor, man, like, you know, and Clyde said it, and Breen said it on the broadcast. It's like, you know, when Knox's shots aren't falling, you want to see him affecting the game in other areas. You know what I mean? You want to see him defending. He could take that ball to the hoop, man. Take that ball to the hoop and go strong.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hopefully that's a lesson learned in his rookie year, that, you know, there's other areas of his game that he needs to work on.
That's a fact, man. That's like that one assist. I need like, he's too long to be having no steals and no blocks.
Right.
Too long. Give me something else.
Yeah.
Give me something else, especially if you're not hitting those shots.
Exactly.
There's one thing I can say about Timmy, and I'm not gonna give Timmy any more compliments.
Who?
You know, when he had his bad shooting nights, sometimes he at least give you some rebounds and assists or something else.
Yeah. A little charge or something. Take one for the team.
Yeah, take a little charge, something like that. I need Knox to do some of that.
Yeah.
And man, I need Knox working that summer, man. Like the shot looks nice sometimes, but man, these air balls. Woo.
Yeah. He's been bricking, man. I can't lie, he's been bricking. GC in the chat is, I mean, if he could trade Knox after the trade deadline, he'd trade him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's still trying to work the phones for the off season. You know what I mean? But shout out these GC. Yeah. Shout out everybody in the chat, man. What's going on? Wednesday night Knicks. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. We got about 300 people watching. Shout out to you guys wherever you guys are watching from. A lot of the regulars in here. Ace Bezel in here. Cesar Ruiz, what's going on? Coach Cheese in here. Robert Parrish, what's going on? He sent me a message the other day. Appreciate it, Robert. I spoke to Shells earlier. Shells hit me up, so shout out to Shells. Who you got, JLs?
Man. Let's see, I got his Park over here. You know the regulars, Keith Sinclair, Gene Tucker, Craig Williams, #1 KOT fan over here.
Craig, what's going on, Craig?
Craig's my man. They call me Tack holding it down, man.
Yeah, man.
Tack early. Gene Tucker, Charles Lassiter,
nice.
Slick Nick.
Stafford, what's going on, man?
Yeah, what's going on, man? YouTube chat holding me down hard. Hey,
yeah, man. Gary Singh, what's going on? All right, as usual, we are post-game live. Where we talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and post-game live fan discussions featuring live callers. The first caller of the night, Julian from Westchester, back in his usual spot. Wants to talk about Mitch.
What's going on, CP and J. Ellis? How y'all doing?
What up?
Good, man. How you doing?
Oh, tonight was delicious. You know, you look at it, and Mitch is going to be the thorn in Joel Embiid's side for like the next 15
years to come.
For years
to come, baby. I love it, man. I love it. Let's go, baby. Mitch, please. I told y'all about that boy, man. Let's go.
I mean, you look at it, 14 and 13 on 8 shots, and we're not scratching the surface yet.
Not even scratching the surface.
This kid is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best. I don't even care about Porzingis leaving anymore. This guy is the new thing. He's going to be, and this is the pitch. This is the pitch to Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Sustainable winning. Because you're going to have all of these young guys on rookie deals who are all going to be really good picks. Because Scott Perry knows what he's doing when he's drafting these kids. Yeah. And picking up these kids on undrafted deals.
Well, that's the thing, too. Honestly, like, if you're a KD and you're a Kyrie, that's what, I've mentioned this on previous shows. It's like, how do you see this window of this young core? Do you see them? Are we going to see them as pieces that we can win with now, right? Because you got to remember, Julian, if you're bringing in KD, you're bringing in Kyrie, J. Ellis, they're win-now players. Yep. The team we have now...
Yeah, they don't want to wait.
Right. We are still developing, so the windows don't really align right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Which is why I'm hesitant... with all this flexibility, I don't want to see them make hasty trades. Definitely don't want to see him part with Mitch. Mitch has to stay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want Mitch.
Yeah, man. Because, look, Mitch, there's no way he has a 7'3" wingspan. It's definitely way bigger than that. He's just, chucking jump shots. He's chucking jump shots into, the first and second rows.
Yep.
This guy is unbelievable. And I saw another stat from Tommy Beard.
Mm-hmm.
Only 3 rookies in NBA history for 4 straight games have put up 10 straight points on over 50% shooting. And hold on, let me get the stat.
Yep. I'm about to pull it up now as well.
It's just and it was Shaq and AD were the only 2 other rookies to do this kind of stuff. He's unbelievable. And all the 35 other teams, they're not 35 other teams, all the 30 other teams who did not pick him, they have to be thinking to themselves right now, imagine if we had this kid.
Yep.
He's a steal.
Absolutely,
this is a steal of steals. And Scott Perry deserves all the credit in the world.
Hell yeah.
And before I go, I want to touch on DSJ real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
I want him to attack the rim. That's all he has to do.
Oh, well, he could do that easily.
Nobody can really match it. Yeah,
right.
And I know he has free throw trouble, so he's probably shying away from it right now. But he just needs to attack the paint and be aggressive 24/7. Because his athleticism, you can't teach that. So you just got to keep DSJ in attack mode for the rest of the year. And another W for the tank. And by the way, did y'all catch the Duke Louisville game last night?
I didn't, man. I didn't, man. I heard it was a beast. I heard Zion and them boys turned up, man, in 9 minutes.
Down 23 with 10 minutes and
down 23.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy. Down 23 with 10 minutes. They came back. That kid Zion is going to be the savior. But that's all I got.
Okay, appreciate the call, Julian. JL, so you were saying something about Mitch or DSJ?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't think I was. Okay. Or maybe I did. I forgot.
Oh, all right. All good. And speaking of Tommy Beard, JLs, we got Tommy Beard coming on the show March 9th. March 9th episode. We got Tommy Beard coming to the third screen. You know what I'm saying? We're about to start we got a lot of guests booked, JLs. We got a lot of guests booked in the next couple months, man.
That's the sub, yo.
Yeah, man.
I quote Tommy a lot on my show.
I'm telling you, I wonder where he digs up all these stats from. That's gonna be my first question.
That's what I want to ask him.
Like Kevin Knox is the first rookie since Robert Parrish, who had 10 points in under 3 minutes after walking to the Garden. You know what I mean? He comes out with all kind of stuff, man.
Yo, his stat game is on point.
Crazy, man.
That's why I stay talking about Tommy.
Absolutely. Next up, Ari, what's good, bro? Ari wants to talk Mitch, Knox, and Fizz. Ari, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, CP? What's up, JLS? How you guys doing?
Chilling. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. this Mitchell Robinson character is something else, man. I mean, I knew we saw it in the beginning of the year in flashes, but like I remember I heard like there was like a thing on Instagram, Trey Burke quote, like Mitch is like a young Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then now you watch some of this stuff. He's going up against arguably the best center in the league, who has at least 35 pounds on him, and he's just blocking his shots like nothing. And how old is he? Like 20? It's remarkable what this guy's doing.
Yep.
If you put it to like this per 36 minutes, like the guy would be averaging 4 blocks a game. Like
Absolutely.
he would just be like on defensively. Yeah. Like around the rim, like every time he contests a shot, even if he doesn't block it, it never goes in.
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy is unbelievable.
He's contesting as well as blocking.
What I wanted to touch base on is what I touched base on yesterday when CP wasn't there. Jay Ellis was there when I was like I was a little heated last night after we lost to the Cavs about Fizdale and how he to me it just seems like he coddles these guys too much. And I got a lot of flack in the chat because everyone's like, does this caller know we're tanking? We're tanking, we're trying to lose. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know we're tanking, I know we're trying to lose, but it's not the coach's job to tank. It's the front office who tanks. You cannot have the coach tank. The front office is the one that tanks, and the coach is supposed to do with player development. And this is where I disagree with you guys a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell Robinson, if you notice, his development has happened in the last 4 games when what happened? DeAndre Jordan came to town. I think he developed more under DeAndre Jordan in the past 5 games than he has with Fizdale the entire year.
I'm going
to
pause on that and tell you that's not true.
Yeah, maybe it's just a coincidence, man. It's just a coincidence.
That's definitely not true. For one,
all right. So let's say Fizdale was the one that developed Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
ISO Zoe has regressed since the beginning of the year. Okay?
Nah, that's not fair. He's a rookie, Ari, man. He's a rookie, man.
This is what happens to rookies.
I know they're rookies, but I'm saying I don't think any. All right, Frank has regressed. He's not a rookie. I mean, Dodson's not a rookie. He has not been playing as well as the beginning of the season. I'm like you're looking at these players, right? And you're talking about player development, right?
Yeah.
And like we knew since day one that Kevin Knox needs to tighten his handle a little bit.
Yes.
His handle has not gotten any better at all throughout the entire season. And I understand it's hard to really work on your game during the season, the grind of the season.
Mm-hmm.
We'll really know if these guys develop after they have a summer to work on it. But I just don't think by coddling these kids and saying and not holding them accountable and going into a press conference every day and being like, yo, we got to take our lumps instead of really putting the fire. Like I don't think his coaching style is developing these players. I think it's actually kind of crippling them. Go
ahead, Jails. I disagree, man. I disagree.
I can name numerous things that every player on the team has gotten better at.
Read him his rights, JLs. Run the receipts, bro.
Okay, first of all, when Mitch first got here, Mitch couldn't set a screen to save his life. Mitch was setting screens with his ankles.
2 points for J. Ellis.
Do you remember that?
For J. Ellis.
Do you remember that? Second of all, Mitch didn't stop fouling until
I understand, but I'm saying a lot of this Mitch stuff has happened since DeAndre Jordan has gotten.
That's
all.
Mitch is the one exception. Before Mitch,
he's the one exception. I'm talking about everybody else.
Before DeAndre Jordan got here, Mitch's foul trouble was going down, and then he got injured. First of all, then he came back and he had to acclimate himself to the game. And also on top of that, I just read an article from Mark Berman that was describing the trainer was talking about Kerry Kittles was the one who helped him stop him from reaching
Kerry Kittles, yep. Absolutely, Kerry Kittles, yep.
Now, I feel like what DeAndre helped him with probably might have been his rebound. Because I feel like his rebounding has gone up since DeAndre has gotten here. But he's been improving in a lot of facets of the game before DeAndre got here. Now, it's minuscule, you might even notice it, but I've been noticing all that stuff happening before DeAndre got here. So to say that the coaching staff hasn't been working with these guys is a flat out is just not true. And even
I'm not saying they haven't been working with them. I'm just saying I haven't seen see it be effective. Who else besides Moutier, who's not going to be back here next year?
Vonleh.
Mitchell Robinson, who you could say has progressed from the season.
Vonleh,
Listen, man.
Moutier.
Listen, this is what
Moutier's
happens.
not going to be back here this year. He's one guy. I admit that. Vonleh has been not playing well at all recently.
Yeah, he's come back to life. He's come back to life.
Vonleh has regressed, but Vonleh didn't even know he can dribble.
We're not going to instill a winning culture because honestly, the reason why we're losing all these games is that we don't have anybody who can shoot on our team. Like, we are such a flawed team that we have no shooters. But what I'm saying is, when you keep on going to the press conferences and you keep on, being calm and not saying like we really have to get better at something like this, I think it makes it seem like losing's okay. And that's not a culture you want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to lose regardless. At least make it seem like you're going to really, 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 really try to do it instead of being like we're young.
I got you. And appreciate the call, bro. I mean,
I can go on like 30 points.
Yeah, I mean,
I can go down the line. I just finished praising Trier for his passing because he was not passing in the beginning of the season. I feel like over the last week he's been setting up his teammates a lot more than he has the entire 3 months before this.
Facts.
And even if Frank, who's been starters fast and regress, I feel like before he got injured, he was going to the hole a lot more.
I mean, Frank hasn't regressed to me. He's been erratic last year. He's been erratic this year. I mean,
I'm talking about over the last few weeks. Frank, before he got injured, of course, he's been driving more than I've seen him over the last year.
Right.
Like, there's a lot, and these guys are young. So what happens when guys are young is they start and stop and start and stop.
It comes with territory of being rookies, man, and young players.
Consistent. And then one day what happens is they're more consistent, and then they plateau and they get the habits, and they do that every game instead of every 2 games or every other game.
Yeah,
like, that's the fact of the matter is we don't have a veteran here who's have all his habits down together, and it's just a routine right now. We have all young guys. The consistent person here is DeAndre Jordan. Do you know why? Because DeAndre Jordan's a veteran.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, listen, I tell you guys all the time, I think some of the criticism of Fizz is warranted. You want to talk about the lack of offensive philosophy, the defensive adjustments sometimes in games, the out of bounds, the plays out of timeouts, things like that need work. At the same time, you see a guy like Moutier who's had a good stretch this season. Vonleh had a good stretch this season. Knox had a good stretch this season. ISO started the year off hot. Now Mitch is coming on strong. Mario's had his moments. That's 6 guys right there, JL. Kadeem Allen is in here playing. I mean, you got to give the coaching staff some credit.
Yeah.
You got to give them a little bit.
You got to give them a little credit. It remains to be seen whether they can be an X and O. I don't know, it seems like they know something about X and O's because every time out of the timeouts, they seem to execute stuff pretty well.
Yeah.
Evidence of that Cavs game when when John Jacobs missed that wide open 3. But during the game, and maybe they're letting them go freestyle too much, or that maybe they need more set plays during the game. That's a fair criticism to me. But to say that that they don't know what they're doing and these guys aren't being coached, I don't.
Yeah, no, I think they are, but I don't think Ari says we shouldn't be normalizing losing. They're just not good. You know what I'm saying? Fizz can go in every press conference and throw this guy under the bus and yell and scream. Yo, Fizz. I'm surprised he's even still standing right now, man. Yeah. Every press conference, he looks like he's lost more and more energy, man. Fizz is shot right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Fizz is shot, but at the same time, these are young players. There is a balance, right? That's what the coaches say. There is a balance with how you kind of, handle your relationship with the young players and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's why he's there, because he has relationships with the young players. He knows how to talk to them. But we'll see. We'll see going forward. We'll see going forward. It's all a work in progress.
It's all love, though, Ari, man. It's always a good call, man. It's always a good call. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Give a thumbs up to your boys. Once again, this is Postgame Live, #1 postgame show on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, for Knicks fans, by Knicks fans, CP from the KnicksFanTV, my man Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you're a diehard Knicks fan who likes to talk Knicks. Shout out to all the new people. If you're new, give us a hashtag new so we can shout you guys out. And, yeah, man, let's go back to the phones. John from the Bronx wants to talk about Mitch. John, what's going on, bro?
Yo, my guys.
What's good, bro?
Going on with y'all?
How you feeling, John?
How y'all feeling?
Good, man. How you feeling?
Chilling, man. Yo, so many things to talk about with these guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, first of all, Ben Simmons, zip him up. Zip him up. I mean, Kevin Knox put him in a body bag.
Kevin Knox put him in a body bag, folks.
Body bag, dog.
Body bag,
man.
Yeah.
Yo, that and that's what I'm saying. Like, this kid, how old is Kevin Knox? 19 right now?
19. He's only 19.
Man, listen, 19. And my only gripe with Knox right now is like his physicality. I don't know if you guys watch him play like post defense. Like, his post defense is so terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so terrible.
Like, it's like he don't even know how that he could just get that. Like, put your forearm in him, bro, and just like get on him. Like,
needs
what
work.
are you doing?
Needs work.
He's just like he just lets. Like, once that's one thing he needs to work on, bro.
Yeah.
Once he gets the physicality of the NBA, like, this kid's gonna be a monster.
Yeah.
Bro.
I hope
This kid's
so.
gonna be a monster.
I hope so.
And then Mitch, bro, like, this kid Mitch is gonna be a beast, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was just going head up with who I think is probably, I guess everybody else would say, the best center in the league.
Yeah, I think so.
You know?
I think so.
Like,
who else is better than Joel
I think
Embiid?
Joel Embiid, I guess that is what everybody says is the best center in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was just going head up with this man, bro. Like, blocking this shot. Like, get that out of here. What you doing? Get out of here.
Yo, Mitch told y'all early, man, from preseason, J. Ellis. Anybody can catch
you know
it, man.
Joel be talking mad shit, bro. You know Joel be talking mad shit.
Yep.
That's why, I was loving all of that. I was loving all of that, man.
I was loving it, man.
He's a goonie, man.
Yeah.
Yo, he might be my favorite Knick right now. And
I
then
mean,
shout out to
who
Joel
else?
too,
He's
bro.
definitely my favorite.
Everybody's trying to shit on Zoe again. Like, why everybody trying to get on Zoe now, man? Like, leave Zoe alone. You just got Dennis Smith in the backcourt. You got Kadeem Allen there. He's adjusting. Let him adjust. He's a goon too. Leave Zoe alone.
I hear you, man.
He's a goon.
Appreciate the call, John.
Man.
I mean, J. Ellis, we gotta have patience, J. Ellis, man. We just don't have patience, man.
Nah, we don't.
We just don't have it.
It's hard though.
It's hard, man. It's hard when you've been a loser for 20 years, man.
Yeah, man. It's not. I don't blame people for being tired of losing. It gets to you.
Yeah.
You really gotta have foresight and vision to take a loss day after day,
Mm-hmm.
and just keep that optimism going. So I got the vision, man. That's why I'm chilling right now. I'm not taking it too hard. I'm like, all right, this is what happened. This is what it is. I saw some nice things today. I also understand there's a lot of young players who's getting their shot for the first time and who need time to grow. So I'm not banking everything on wins and losses.
Facts. What we gotta understand too is that a lot of these players, even though they're young, a lot of these players are not gonna ceiling out to be starters in the league. You know what I'm saying? When I look at Dotson, I don't see Dotson as a future starter in the league. But I do see Dotson when this team gets good. If you put Dotson out there as a 6th, 7th man, that's a good bench piece right there.
Exactly. And my guy Free Dot, this is his first year really playing. Like I kind of feel like once he really gets going, he's going to be a consistent 3-point shooter. He's not going to be missing those late game threes anymore, man. I feel like he's just going to be a really good 3-and-D guy who's going to be a contributor to a team. And he's going to be able to heat up in a hurry and then keep it moving.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. And that's why, you got to kind of temper some of the expectations, man. You got to kind of temper some of the expectations. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Frank Matos in the chat asks, when's the next statement games? I don't know. I've had this hat, brand new. Once again, this is not your gas station fitted, JLs. This is brand new, courtesy of my guy Shells Heavy. The see-through, the clear logo, brand new era. It's a size 7.5. If y'all want it, we can play statement games after the All-Star break. I got that, and I got a dope jacket. I got 2 hats and a dope jacket to give away.
Shout out to Shells, man. Damn,
Shells. Shells hit me up. I hit up Shells today. So shout out to Shells. He also cops some of the merch, so appreciate that for the support, Shells. Shout out Androff. What's going on? So yeah, Frank, we'll set up a date after the All-Star break, and we'll play statement games. No show tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? Me and JL are not with each other, but with others. But no show tomorrow night, man. All right, Almar from Jersey City wants to talk about Fizz, and he wants to counter Ari's argument. Well, he wants to talk if Fizz is the right coach going forward. So, do you agree with Ari or you disagree with Ari?
Yo,
what's good, bro?
What's good, guys? I'm gonna keep it nice and short. I know you guys got a lot of callers, but like you guys said, I was just wondering if Fizz is the right coach moving forward. I mean, he's developed the young players right now so far, and they've been kind of. I mean, excuse me. I mean, there's been some highs, there's been some lows, but once this team gets better, I mean, the big question mark with Fizz is the X's and O's. Do you think maybe we need to look in a different direction, like maybe sometime in the near future?
I think it's too early to tell, JL. It's way too early to tell.
Yeah, we need like a team.
We need a team. We need players
to actually reevaluate. How he does real stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need players, man. How many people did we lose this year, man? We lost Noah. We got Noah out of here.
Our roster's so bad.
Say that again.
I think it's unfair to maybe criticize how good or bad Fizz is as a coach because our roster is so terrible.
Yeah.
No,
I agree. Go ahead, Jails.
Very limited.
Go ahead, Jails.
No, I'm just gonna agree with him. He's pretty much experimenting the whole year. Okay, we got a new piece. Oh, we got this new piece. We see how this works. We see how that works.
Yeah.
And there's no one can really. You can't really rely on one person to say, I know this person can do this well and do it consistently.
Right.
I don't know that we have a lot of that on the team. We all have a lot of guys to say, okay, I know he can. He's projected to do this well. And he can do this well mostly. But I don't know if we have a lot of guys to say, this guy can do this good, and I can rely on him to do this every night. We don't have that.
It's like Androff said in the chat, man, there's only so much you could do. You know what I'm saying? Some of the criticism has been warranted. I didn't understand the constant juggling of the lineup for any other purpose other than the tank. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We're past that, and we're in position right now. We're the worst team in the league. Look how many guys it turned over, JLs. We got rid of Noah's bum ass. We got rid of Candace's bum ass. We traded KP, Timmy, Trey Burke, Courtney Lee. That's six players right there that are not on this team no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have a full roster, but look how much turnover we've had in half a season. We don't, right? How many more spots? We got two more open spots. So we got two open spots. John Jenkins didn't play tonight. John Jenkins didn't get no run tonight.
I was kind of surprised. He was kind of lining it up with the Cavs. I thought he was going to get another shot today.
Yeah. Pedersen says Ron Baker, 7. So that's 7 guys that you came into training camp with outside of KP, who was always out, that aren't here no more. So it's a lot of turnover, man. It's a lot of flux. Wait until we put a team together. That's why I want Fizz here all 4 years, JLs. Before I really, by year 3, he's going to be like, all right, is Fizz the guy to take us to the next level, or do we need to go in another direction? I got to give him time, man.
Definitely got to give him time. And one thing Fizz is good at is he's good at attracting other people to him, man. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that the Fizz and Perry connection attracts other people here, and he can actually coach, because it would be great to see that come to fruition. Have some actual talent here, and a coach who can coach them for real. I mean, he did all right with the Grizzlies, even though it's a small sample size. Let's hope he brings that magic here.
Facts. I mean, maybe it's offense. Maybe it's Keith Smart that needs to get bounced. Maybe we need a fresh mind to kind of put the offense together. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. But appreciate the call from Almore. Next up, We got Omar from Manhattan wants to talk Knox and Mitch. Omar, what's going on, bro?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Chilling. How you doing, bro?
What's going on?
Good. Just wanted to start with both Knox and Mitch. You know, with Knox, you guys talked about it and what they said in the broadcast. You know, he's too long, and he's too athletic to not be getting any blocks or steals, and he doesn't get enough. He doesn't get enough easy baskets. Like that was the one thing that, like, if you saw him in college and the scouting reports, that supposed to be like an easy lob target. Like, he got hops and he could get inside, but he kind of just floats around too much.
Yeah.
And you got to learn just how to assert himself like that. I think that has to be like one of the main teaching points and coaching points is like, what are you doing? How much are you running the floor? How much are you trying to get inside and bang around? Because he's just kind of soft. He plays defense like I don't want to say like a girl. That's obviously not politically correct, but he's just super soft out there. And I know he's 19, and I'm not trying to get on him because let's be real, he's 19 years old. He's not supposed to be playing big starter minutes or being a number 2 option on a team. They put a lot on him. And people have to still realize that. I'm not really down on him, but it's been a good learning lesson for him for sure.
Yeah.
And with Mitch, I was kind of thinking about it. Mo Bamba got picked 6th in the draft, and Mitchell Robinson got picked 36th in the draft.
Yeah.
Facts. What the hell? What is Mo Bamba doing right now? Let's check those numbers out, Jay.
I think he got
recovering from a broken leg, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did. He did get injured.
Yo, here's the thing too. I mean, everybody was getting on us for not picking Donovan Mitchell and DSJ. Is no one getting on anybody for not picking Mitchell Robinson
in the second round?
In the second round,
it's a crapshoot, man.
I want to see the Knicks get some credit for one.
It's a crapshoot, man.
We always allow for style. Let's get some credit.
It's a crapshoot, man. Did you guys see that? And I saw some other Knicks slander today. There was a lot of Knicks slander going on in the Twitterverse that had me kind of upset today. One of them I saw, Hoops Draft Express had they previewed a Greek freak.
Giannis stuff?
Yeah, the Giannis documentary that they're going to debut on All-Star Weekend, and they have a guy interviewing, I guess, one of his handlers, and it's like, all the teams came over to draft a Greek freak except for the Knicks. And then everybody's retweeting Nick. Come on, man.
Yeah. Who was that guy? Was that KP's cousin for all we know? Trying to play into the Knicks season 1?
I don't know. They interviewed some dude on a street court. The Knicks didn't show up, and then that was the end of the preview.
Yeah, all 29 teams except the Knicks came to watch Giannis. Well, what about the 14 that passed on?
Exactly. Oh,
come on, B.
Exactly. Have you guys actually seen some of the guys that got drafted? Have you seen some of the guys that got drafted in that top 14? Cody Zeller went number 4. Good pick. By Michael Jordan. Another classic. Another classic pick. Trey Burke. Anthony Bennett went first.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Oh, man.
Bro, man, and appreciate the call, Omar, man. It's too much D-riding by the Knick haters, Jails. I'm sorry, man.
Man.
I'm sorry, man. Between the media and the haters, it's just too much D-riding, bro.
Way too much, man. It's just too cool to be a Knicks hater right now.
Yeah, too cool, bro.
Chill out. You see this? Did you see the stupidness that Steve Popper tweeted earlier today?
Oh, what did he tweet? He's been in the doghouse, man. He's been catching a lot of backlash.
Dog. Whose man's is this? He gets to anybody watch Guilty Show. Who he gets to whose man's is this?
Let me pull it up. What did he say, man?
Oh my God.
Was it today? Was it he tweeted it today?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see what this guy did, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. This is Postgame Live. And we're clapping back at the Knick haters at this very moment. All right, what do you say?
Oh my God, I can't remember exactly what the word. I don't want to mess this up. He said, "People." I think he was commenting on Embiid jumping over the chairs.
Yeah.
Barely missing Regina Hall and falling into the statistician's lap.
Oh, okay.
And he said people were more worried about the statistician getting injured than they were about Porzingis breaking his Achilles.
Ay, bro. And now he's on that Isola wave, I guess.
I was like, yo, what the?
Okay. Here we go. He's trying to roll it back. It's a joke. I know that people were agape here because the 7-2 guy was jumping on him, but this picture remains an oddity in Knicks history. Bro, these guys gotta stop. Between him and Bondi, bro, I don't know who's more like. Yo, man, they gotta relax, man.
Oh my, I can't.
They gotta relax. He says it was a joke.
He says it was a joke?
Yeah, MSG crowd looked more concerned for MSG stat guy as Embiid soared into him than it did for Porzingis when he tore his ACL.
That was a horrible joke.
Steve.
Dog.
This ain't your brightest moment, man.
Get your man.
This ain't it, man. This ain't it. First off, I didn't care. I couldn't care less about the stat guy. I thought Embiid killed Clyde.
I thought,
bro,
he almost killed Regina King. That's what I was worried about.
Bro, forget Regina King. I didn't even notice that Regina King was even there.
Yo, he jumped clear over her hair bun, son.
Bro, I thought he straight up landed on Clyde because
watch that video.
Yeah, I saw that where he cleared it
straight over her head.
Yeah, yo, I thought he killed Clyde, bro.
If she would have died, oh my god.
I thought he killed Clyde, bro, because the camera angle, when he jumped in the crowd, they panned back, and you saw Breen get up. But I couldn't see Clyde. So I'm like, oh, shit. He killed Clyde, bro.
Orange and black cowboy cow suit.
Nah, yo, Clyde is a relic, man. Clyde is a relic, bro. We got to keep Clyde. We got to keep Clyde healthy, man.
Oh, man. He's
we can get a new stat guy. We can't.
Yeah, he'll definitely be all right. Well, call Tommy D. I know he knows the stat guy.
Bro, they even interviewed the stat guy after the game. This is how bad tonight was.
Yeah, he's gonna be the most famous stat guy in Knicks history.
Like we're not gonna interview Mitchell Robinson first. We're gonna interview the stat guy and find out how he's feeling. Nah, Clyde is a treasure, man. We gotta keep him healthy, bro.
That's a fact. We got to make sure he don't sue MSG. I mean, well, whatever. Don't got the money.
Facts. Shout out DT1 Kenobi JL sent us a super chat. He says, what is your objective opinion on what ISO ceiling is? What position does he best succeed? And if you were Fizdale, what would you focus your developing? How would you develop him, basically?
Man, objective ceiling.
Yeah. What do you think?
Man, like right now, I don't know, dog. Like I really don't know. I really don't know. Like he's so efficient sometimes, and sometimes I feel like he can get by anybody, and then sometimes he just seems like he tries a little bit too hard.
Yeah,
and he can't pass it. But
forces the issue, but
he forces the issue. Like I think some people say he's a 6th man and that's it, but I wonder if it's only because he's drafted in the 2nd round that undrafted that people only see him as a 6th man.
Right.
Considering how efficient he is.
Yeah.
Like he has a chance to be a starter in the league. But he also has a chance just to be like that microwave scorer off the bench.
Right, and I think that's why people see him more in a 6-man role was because when he first came in, he was ISO. He was straight instant offense, microwave. On that JC level, not that level, but you know what I mean, on that wave, on that JC wave. So I think right now that's kind of how I see him. What he can work on is continue facilitating, man, and defense. Continue to facilitate, continue to defend. And get others involved, especially Mitch. We gotta get Mitch involved, man. We gotta get Mitch involved. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see if he get back because the tape is out on him. First half of the season, he was able to kind of do what he wanted to do, and his percentages, his shooting percentages were amazing.
Right. Then they locked him up quickly,
and then they locked him up. So it'll be really interesting to see if he can adjust. I know he's a workhorse.
Right.
So it'd be interesting if he can work on some counter moves to adjust to guys who are long and close out on his little 17-foot jump shot he does. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I agree with that, man. Let's go to your hood and BK JLs. Alan from BK wants to talk about the game and what he sees in DSJ. Alan, how you feeling, bro?
Yo, what up, y'all?
How you feeling, bro?
I just want to give a quick shout out to y'all for hosting the post game.
Appreciate it.
And a quick shout out to Mitch for swatting, Joel Embiid shit, and
Absolutely.
also to Kevin Knox for putting Ben Simmons in a body bag reminds me of me back in the day. So,
oh, you got the bunnies?
so yeah, man. I used to catch some dunks, man.
Okay.
You know, he reminded me. I gotta, have some flashbacks. But
Yeah.
I think overall the game it was very difficult to watch the game up until the end of the third quarter when we were actually like putting in some work, and it wasn't even our starters that were really doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of our bench players that was putting in some work. But I don't know, man. I don't think DSJ is fulfilling his role as a starting point guard for our team at the moment. It might be too little of a it might be too soon to really predict that, but he's not. I don't feel like Knox is like taking the back seat a little bit when he could be a little more, a little more aggressive in his offense. You could tell the difference when Kadeem Allen is in the game. He's doing his thing. He's facilitating. He's doing what he has to do. DSJ looks like he's looking for his more than anything.
Yeah. Go ahead, JLs.
I was like a Taylor too. Like the first few games, I was kind of surprised by his facilitating from DSJ because he had a few games where he had like 8 assists, 6 assists. And I just felt like he was setting up people lovely and they were making shots.
Yeah, he was trending well.
Yeah, this game, though, I didn't really see him attacking as much and causing the defense to relax and get into those open seams like he was the first few games. So it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen if he can keep up what he was doing when he first got here. But I understand why you're saying it based on this game, though.
Yeah.
But earlier when he first got here, maybe he just made it. Maybe he knew his reputation when he first got here, and he made it a point to dish out a lot. We'll see if that stays consistent.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I'm trying to figure out what it is with this guy DSJ, man. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, Jails. I just don't know. Like I said, the game against us, he had 15 dimes. When he got here, 6 against Memphis, 6 against Detroit, 8 against Detroit, 6 against Toronto. The Cleveland game is probably worse since he got here, and then tonight's was kind of lackluster. 5 of 15 from the field, 5 dimes he still finished with, but yeah, it's lackluster.
Yeah, I did mention it earlier too that Ben Simmons is 6'10", and it might have a lot to do with him getting his shot off today.
Right. Could.
Like that's not like a typical matchup for you to for a 6'3" point guard to go up against him. Like, all right, I'm gonna get mine tonight.
Facts. No, I hear you, man. That's a good point. And Alan, appreciate the call. Somebody had a DSJ comment in the chat. H says he could never lead a team to a championship. Michael Harris says more so than his talent. I don't like DSJ's makeup. Take Knox's dunk, for example. Instead of celebrating with his teammate, his first reaction was run over to Ben Simmons and talk shit. He didn't like that. Paul Quick says DSJ has talent. I'll take him over every guard on our current roster. She says DSJ isn't a top 5 draft pick also. Time will tell, man.
Yeah, man. Let's see what's up with the mentals, man. Because I remember we talked about his mentals before he got here. Like, he wasn't sure, like, what kind of character he has. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know. His body language was just off, man. Between the last game and this game. I just seemed like the body language was just like look at Mitch's body language. He was down by 26 points. And Mitch was out there running up and down like a gazelle. You know what I'm saying? Running up and down like a gazelle. You know, protecting the house. You're not gonna throw the ball off the backboard like that, Joel, and be like, nah, this is our house.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
It's like it's a mixed bag with the guys like that too, because you do like guys with an edge. You know what I mean? You don't like guys who like to lose. Right. But like it's a balance that has to happen.
Yeah, I like that edge, but like you kind of tone down the trash talk with a guy like Ben Simmons when you're doing terribly yourself. Yeah. And then you going up against him and he rips you on the first play of the third quarter and slams it on you that fast. You know what I mean? Gotta pick and choose your battles, man. Pick and choose your battles. How about some player ratings real quick, JL? So you want to throw up the box score?
Yeah, let's do it.
Man. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys.
Whew.
So we got 2 thumbs down, JL. This is probably Joel Embiid. He's probably watching this show. He wasn't happy about it.
Embiid fans.
Allen from the Bronx said that Knox dunk reminded him of himself. I doubt it.
That's funny. Funny he said that because that Knox dunk also reminded me of myself.
Man, you couldn't dunk JL. Let's get out of here, bro.
I had a preschool rim too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. That Fisher Price.
Yeah,
slam that slam and jam joint that used to hang in the back of the door.
Oh man, in the doorway, I was good money, but hanging in the doorway.
Us used to have Jordan versus Bird battles, man. Battles. You couldn't leave out the room till you got dunked on, man.
Word. Did it all 2 hands for safety.
2 hands, man. 2 hands, man. Oh man, I don't. Do they even make those little joints that you hang on the back of the door, JL?
That's man. Nah, my nephews they got the official joint. They got an actual backboard now.
Oh, that's trash.
Yeah,
that's trash. That's trash, man. You need a paper joint. You need a little plastic rim with the little ball. Yeah, exactly. Facts, man.
They upgraded now.
Now they're just playing 2K like some bums. You know what I mean? All right, Jails. Give me a 3 for tonight. I think I know where you're going, but give me a 3 for tonight.
Do I know where I'm going? Okay, let's see. Well, I definitely have. I know my 2. I usually know my 2.
Okay.
It's the third one that's always. I think I know my 3. All
right, where you going?
All right, I'm going to go number 3. I'm going to go Kadeem Allen. Played 23.
Kadeem Allen at 3. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kadeem Allen at 3.
Okay.
23 points, 4 assists. The 3 steals, man. He was a demon.
Yeah.
He was a demon. Shot well, 45% from the field. +2 on the night. Pretty good game. He's probably one of the few people who had a plus on the team. I think he's the only one. Him and Lance Thomas, actually.
Didn't Mitch? I thought Mitch did.
With Mitch, we see.
Yeah, Mitch was definitely like a plus, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Mitch was a +9, yeah.
My bad. 3 players.
Yeah.
Lance Thomas, the Knicks great. Lance Thomas, Kadeem Allen. So I have him at number 3.
Yep.
Number 2, I'm going with ISO. Having a nice game, a nice little comeback game. Shot very efficiently. And his stats, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 55% from the field. Also had a +9.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I mean, to skip you ISO. Played very well. The 3-point shot was money today, 75%.
75% from ISO, man.
Yeah, 3 from 4, keeping the defense honest. And you know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Number 1,
Mitch. Money
making Mitch.
Gotta give it to him.
Doing the dunk dizzle, making Joel Embiid look like a preschooler, blocking his shots over and over again. The rebounds are up, the points are up, double digits in 5 straight games. I think this is a career high rebounds.
I believe so. I believe so. If I'm just looking at it now, I believe it is a career high in rebounds. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going with Mitch number 1.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same, man. I thought I like this guy Kadeem Allen, man. I just like what he brings in a backup spot or a third point guard spot. I think Kadeem Allen, I just like how he plays, man. I love point guards that play defense, man.
Yeah, me too.
Because we're just so used to the scrappy point guard in New York. You know what I mean? The Charlie Ward type, the Chris Childs type. You know, I just feel like Kadeem Allen kind of just fits that mold. And listen, how can you turn away a guy that plays defense, man? How can you turn away a guy that plays defense?
Yeah, man.
You know, he came in, he plays with a control. He doesn't try to do too much. Yeah, you know, his shooting was a little bit off. He needs to shoot the ball a little bit better. But listen, 13 points, 4 assists, 3 steals on the night. I give Kadeem Allen my 3rd star. 2nd star, I'm gonna go with UJLs with ISO. Mm-hmm. Honorable mention Dotson, but he fell off in the second half. ISO definitely because of the shooting And he was part of that lineup that kind of kept the game respectable at times. And definitely gonna go ISO on my second one. Number one, Money Mitch, man. Like we've been saying all night, man. 14 points, 13 boards in 28 minutes.
Yeah, man. Look at that.
4 more blocks to his block total. The leading shot block in the league. Put some respect on his name. His name is Mitchell Robinson.
I remember
it. Drafted in the second round.
Word. And free agents remember it too.
That's it, man.
That's it. You know what? I mean? Yeah, let me give honorable mention to Axel DeAndre, yo.
Yes. Yeah, he said
DeAndre was out here looking like Kylo Quinn.
Yeah.
With 7 assists in the first half.
Yep. 12, 7, and 5.
Yo, and shout out to Tack for correcting me. Luke also had a +9.
Luke was in the plus. Luke was in the plus, man. DeAndre Jordan, 12 points. 5 for 10 from the field. 7 dimes, JLs, 5 boards. And you know what I like to do, man?
He was getting in Knox spaces for the defense. And next play, he actually saw Knox playing defense.
Yeah.
Even though he got a foul.
Absolutely.
But, I just wanted him to be kind of more aggressive and not just turn foul on him.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we're a 10-win team, man. We're terrible. We might not win another game, JLs, but you know what? These are some things that when you watch the game, if you wanted to win, these were some of the things that could have contributed to that. You know, so we just pointing it out. We just pointing it out, man. Gotta point out the positives, man.
Got to, man. You got to. You gotta point out the positives. See what these guys do.
This has become the Silver Linings postgame show, JLs.
Yeah, man. It's Silver Linings years. That's all we doing all year is pointing out all the silver.
This has become the moral victory postgame show, bro. Where we look for any bright spot. We look for anything, JLs.
Anything happen right. It's like, oh, word, the statistician lived?
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
You know, what kind of shoes did Mario Hezonja wear? Oh, those are dope. +1 for Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
You're on a player rating for Mario. Honorable mention.
Factuals.
Nice
how about your ratings for some of these guys, JLs? How would you rate I feel like ISO and Kadeem Allen. I would give 7s. I would give 7s around, and I'd probably give Mitch an 8. What do you think?
I'm with you. Exactly.
Yeah. What do you guys think in the chat? What are some of your play ratings for these guys? I think ISO, Kadeem Allen were 7 worthy of performances. I thought Mitch's was an 8. If we would have won, I would have gave him a 9.
Yeah.
Definitely,
man. Killed me.
Dotson.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Did somebody say Regina King got kicked in the head? I thought she.
Nah, I think he was joking. I think he was above the rim, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Y'all remember 227? We got a lot of youngins in here. Y'all remember the 227 days?
Oh yeah.
You know? Factuals.
Boy, y'all time.
Hell yeah. What was her name? Her name was Brenda in 227, I think. Who else? Mitch Dotson. I give Dotson a 6.
Yeah.
Give Dotson a 6 because he was first half heavy.
Yeah, second half.
Yeah. He was first half heavy, man. He was first half heavy. I give Dotson a 6. I give Knox probably a 4, 5, 4. I give him a 5. I give him 1 extra for the dunk. That was cool.
Word.
You know what I mean? I think DeAndre was 7 worthy as well.
Yeah. I give DeAndre a 7.
I think DeAndre was 7 worthy as well, man. What do you guys think of the chat? Leave some of your player ratings in the comment section so we can comment on it. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat. This is Postgame Live, #1 postgame show for the fans, by the fans. How are we looking on Facebook and Periscope, JLs?
Let's see. Rudy Arcree.
Rudy, what's good?
Now. Look, yeah, he's not too happy. He looks like I see all the sad emojis. He says the last time this man was coached was in high school, didn't play in college, no coaching yet, no changing games in his very young career. I may have missed what was said previously, but to say that he has a lot to work on, that's your comment? Wait, what was he talking about? Okay, this must be old comment. He doesn't have to.
No, he's got a ton to work on. Let's be clear. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's playing off of raw ability right now. He got a ton to work on. You know,
ton to work on. I mean, yeah, I like that he's worked on the picks and he's able to get the timing right on the pick and rolls.
Yeah,
right. Like Before, I feel like he's had a pick in early the season, and we was just like lobbing to him, and the guards can't even find him.
Facts.
We can allow the ball to Mitch for half the season.
Absolutely.
Like, if you remember correctly, these lobs are coming right now, but for some reason,
guards couldn't get him.
Yeah, the guards
could not find him.
Yeah, the timing and the pacing of the game and knowing when to cut and when not to cut is something that he's learned over the past couple of months.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, to me, physicality, obviously, he's gonna get bigger. That's not a problem. They have the best nutritionists in the world. They're gonna get him on that program, and he's gonna put on weight. If he could find a little mid range, because the adjustments are gonna come. They're gonna try to cut off that pick and roll. If he could find a little mid range, find a little turnaround hook. We haven't seen him shoot. Let me see him shoot. Give me 2 shot attempts from here to the end of the season, JL. Just 2.
It's coming.
Just 2. You know what I mean? You guys can get your Mitch shirts. The link is in the video description. Go to Teespring, the KnicksFanTV store, and copy your Mitch, please. Merch. We send it to European Union. Everybody watch it from London, Ireland, Belgium. You guys can get those as well. So shout out to everybody who's been supporting the merch as well. All right, let's go back to the phones, JLs. Paul from LA wants to talk about the Fizz topic. Paul, what's going on, man?
What's going on, fellas?
Chilling. How you doing, Paul?
Hello?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, man.
Hello?
Yep. Loud and clear, Paul.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, man. You good?
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Okay, my bad. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. What's good, Paul?
Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about Fizz real quick because I'm seeing a lot of stuff in the chat about saying he's a bad coach and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
2 things. One, my major fault with him is his failure to establish or install a real offensive system because I feel like it's hurting our young players.
Yeah.
Especially Knox, I think would be a lot more effective. Even Dot, I think it'd be a lot more effective coming off screens if they did ball screen. They just had a system in place, right? Because now you see a lot of, again, Knox sitting in the corner, waiting for the ball to rotate, come back around. And a lot of times that goes on for like 8, 9, 10 plays in a row. Knox just runs to the corner and just standing there, rather. Just, and that handoff at the top, that's so easy to defend.
Yeah,
after a while, we hit some shots or whatever like that, but it's easy for us to get down because what's the easiest thing in the world to defend when we're going to be running the same play like 80% of the game?
Right.
So that's an issue. In his defense, what I will say is clearly we all knew this was the tankathon, right? You don't win in the NBA without talent. There's very little. The talent we have on the team is raw and pretty much undeveloped. And it's going to take them at least a season or 2 before we really can make a judgment on guys like Knox and see really what he's going to be. Kadeem Allen is already doing his thing. That's a plus. Mitch, off the chain, that's a plus. Right? You can see some glimpses in Dot where you can see he could be a serviceable rotation player on the bench.
I agree.
That's a plus. J. Ellis, sorry, I think Frank is a lost cause, but that's just me.
Okay.
But ultimately, we get beat because we don't have good players. So tonight was a great example because you saw on the other bench, there's a coach named Brown. A few years ago, when Philadelphia was in there,
they trashed him.
They were like, this dude's a bum.
They
this
trashed
team can't win 5 games for the whole season. They were awful. Look at him now. He's got talent. Nobody questions whether or not he's a good coach anymore.
Yep.
Because you don't win in the NBA without the horses, man. I understand some people say, well, our young players should be further along. Still, for most, unless you got real diamonds, it takes a while for these guys. So really, you can't judge where they're going to be at until next season. And if you don't see any progress next year, about Knox and I feel now about Frank. Second year, you haven't gotten better, and sometimes you look worse. I got no hope for you.
Right.
And maybe that's too quick, but I just feel like you should see some progress. If we don't see anything next year when they add some talent to this team, and it still looks like Fizz is not running a real offensive system, then I think
you see
legitimate criticism, and I'll jump right off the wagon. Right now, get a dude to pass because you don't win an NBA unless you got talent. He doesn't have talent right now. We knew they were going to lose a whole bunch of games. They're right on course. I don't see an issue.
Appreciate the call, Paul. All right, listen, he's got a point, JLs, especially when he talks about Brett Brown. You know, a couple years ago, that guy was he was train smoke, man. He was trash.
Yeah.
You know, now this guy can write his own ticket if he ever leaves Philly.
That's a fact. No one's gonna turn him down.
Yeah. Talent wise, I think they could upset. I think they could upset Golden State. JL.
Talent makes you look good.
Yeah, talent wise, I think they can win it. If they defend, I think they can match up. They can go toe-to-toe with Golden State matchup wise.
Oh, yeah. That's a Tobias Harris signing, man. Like,
it's a good signing.
That was huge.
It's a good signing.
Tobias don't even have to do much.
Yeah.
You don't have to do much. He just camp in the corner and shoot threes, and he Gucci, and then he can initiate the offense, and he can play deep. That was, man.
Yeah.
That was game over.
And Jimmy Butler seems like the odd man out on that thing. You know, for all the trash he's been talking, like I wasn't impressed with nothing that he was doing tonight.
All he gotta do is play defense and hit his shots when he needs to. He don't have to do much.
Yeah, that's true. How about JJ Redick, man? This is the last Philly compliment. This is KnicksFanTV and Nick of Time Show Boy. How about JJ Redick though, JLs, man? 35 years old. He's having his best season of his career, man. That's crazy.
He messed up running around in a circle.
Crazy, man.
It was like one of those there's few players who mastered that. It was like JJ Redick, Reggie Miller.
Mm-hmm. Ray Allen.
Rick Hamilton, Ray Allen.
Yep.
Those they just run you through 25 screens and score up perfectly each and every time.
I mean, he has to be the best off ball mover cutter in the league. He's 35, man. 35.
Today, yeah. I feel like years ago there was a lot of those guys. I don't even know if they have those guys anymore.
Yeah. I don't know, man. But to Paul's point on the plays, you know, listen, I can agree with it. I don't know if we've gotten any clear-cut answers from Fizz in terms of, I guess, the simplicity of the offense that people, you know, kind of criticize him for. Mm-hmm. I want to see a stat. If I could find a stat on the amount of corner threes that we actually shoot and make, we got to be by the bottom of the league, man.
Yeah, man.
It's the easiest three-point shot in the game. And, like, when you think about a team like the Spurs who master their play, have mastered their sets to get open looks from that area, and then look at ours, like, we just don't have that type of flow to our offense, man.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just we need the shooters, man.
Yeah.
We need the shooters, or we need the shooters, man. We need the shooters. Like John Jenkins. I was wondering why I didn't get in the game today.
That's a good point. It's a good point. But, I mean, I guess, you know, Fizz thought that, you know, the guys that we were going with off the bench, I mean, how can you argue with 74 bench points? What more did you need?
Yeah, you know, that's true.
You know?
And then you got to take Knox out. And then he actually started Knox at the 2 today.
Knox started at the 2.
Yeah, he was trying to get that size going, so I guess that has a lot to do with it.
True. It's true indeed, man. All right, a couple more phone calls, JLs, before we wrap up. Once again, shout out everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Nate in Rochester wants to talk about Knicks. He wants the Knicks to draft Cam Reddish, JLs.
Okay.
Nate, what's good, bro?
He hit that shot the other day.
Yo.
How you feeling, man?
I'm all right. With Cam Reddish, like, I kind of want to get your opinion on him because, like, I'm watching today's game and and just like in general, I noticed like the main problem with this team is like we miss open shots. Like, I was kind of hoping that would be that guy, kind of. That was kind of wishful thinking, like be our two guard that like knocks down shots, but like time after time, I think like he'll play good for like a little bit, and then like when it's like the most important moments, I feel like he kind of fades away and like he doesn't knock down the shots that we need to.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, I mean, I gotta see some more of them. I can't lie. I gotta see some more of them. Unfortunately, I missed that game yesterday. I should have caught that game yesterday. I missed that game yesterday, but you know, I see the opinions on him are very polarizing. You know, I think he does get overshadowed by Zion and RJ. But you know, it seems like yesterday he had a good game, and I did see the game against Florida State where he had a good shooting performance, and it seems like he did again. It seems like he kind of sparked that comeback yesterday.
Because like the way I see it, like with Cam Reddish, like it's kind of like a situation with like Devin Booker at Kentucky, right? Because like he didn't get a lot of PT.
Yeah.
So like I think like he's kind of like in a bad situation. Like we don't really get to see him shine.
Mm-hmm.
And like also like when you see like how we're gonna draft I think like we could probably trade down if we get like the second pick, because Chicago and Phoenix definitely need a point guard, and like if Dennis Smith Jr. is here, then like, I feel like we can trade down with one of them and we can net somebody good with like more assets. You know what I mean?
I mean, all depends on what they're covering. You know what I'm saying? They appreciate the call, man. All depends on what they're covering, JLs. Have you seen this guy Cam Reddish yet, JLs?
I haven't seen enough of him to really.
I can't really make pass judgment on him just yet. We're gonna have Spencer, like I said, we're gonna have Spencer from Front Office Eye after the All-Star break. I believe it's a Saturday show. We're gonna have Spencer from Front Office Eye. He's gonna give us his top 5 on the leaderboard pre-March Madness. So we're looking forward to that. We'll get Spencer's opinions on that. My philosophy has always been don't trade down, because if there's someone that another team really wants, then you have to consider him yourself. Why would you? We need the best player available. You know, I'm not looking at it like just because we have Dennis Smith Jr. doesn't mean we can't, you know, draft a point guard or draft someone who can play that role. You know what I'm saying, JS?
Yeah, I guess you gotta flip him.
Yeah. But we'll see what people in the chat think about Cam Reddish. Like I said, it's very, very polarizing, man. Jack Rhodes says Cam can do it, but low motor. Don't need that in New York. We have Knox already.
Dang, mad low motors in the starting lineup.
Yeah, that's not good. nah. We need pit bulls. Androff says he's got the ratchet, so I guess Androff is a fan. Mars Jetson says Cam is nice. Ace Bad says no trading down. I'm with that. I don't want to trade down. I'm not trying to trade down. Coach E says he can be Jimmy Butler minus the headache. Well, he's what? I think he's like 6'8".
Yeah.
Coach E says he's very talented. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I keep hearing people say he can be a guard, but he's more like he's more of a shooting guard, small forward.
Facts. Yeah, so we'll see. Henry says he's a 6'9" shooter with a decent handle. Paul George 2.0. All right, well, I mean, you know, it gives me makes me feel good that we could have options, given that we're not going to get the number 1 pick, JLs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta think about it.
Factuals. Let's go up to Portland. Let's go to Portland. P-Mac wants to talk about the team and the development of Fizz. P-Mac, did you pick up Enes Kanter from the airport this morning to take him to the Rose Garden, bro?
I sure did, man. I picked him up. I'm an Uber driver.
Are you really an Uber driver?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh, okay, that'd be funny as hell.
Hey, man, I want to say something. You guys, I love your show. I mean, you're what I call my Knicks psychologist. I couldn't even watch the Knicks, watch this tankathon if I didn't look at your show after every game to get my head back together.
That's
so I want to let you know. I love you guys.
Here for P-Mac. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. What I wanted to say, I'm impressed with Fizdale. I know there's a lot of negativity out there, but if you think about it with the tankathon, you got to tear things down before you build it up. I was so impressed with the Knicks bench scoring 74 points tonight. Remember, they want to get free agents here. They got to have some kind of support. You can't have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving playing, and they don't have nobody to come off the bench and sustain the win or the lead. You got to have a bench. So you look at Knox and you look at Trier and Mitch is, to me, he's going to be a starter. So it don't matter. But these other guys, they're just pieces. Yeah. And if Fizz can develop them into bench players, hey, that's what we're talking about here. Give Fizz a chance. Brett Brown got 4 years, and look at his team now. The same thing's going to happen with us. So the Knicks fans need to chill a little bit and realize you got to tear it down. That's what the Knicks never did all these years. They never tore it down. They're finally doing it, man. Props to Scott Perry, man. He's a great GM.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate the call, P-Mac. Appreciate the support, man.
That's a fact.
All right, man. Keep it up, boys.
Appreciate that, P-Mac.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, listen, just echoing those sentiments, man. We got to give Fizz some time, man. Give him some time. Let's get some talent in here. A lot of these guys, JLS, I see a lot of these guys as potential role players on the team, not starters, not stars, except for Mitch.
Yeah.
Mitch is we're here for Mitch.
Yeah. That guy's a star.
You know what I mean?
We're hoping Knox will be. We'll see. Remains to be seen. We'll see.
Coach He says that was Fizz, low key.
Fizz.
He did kind of sound like Fizz a little bit. He did kind of sound like Fizz a little bit, man.
Funny.
What else? Yeah, Cannon went to Portland. Good riddance. I saw he wrote like a lengthy statement like, today I'm going to the Portland trip. Like, man, just get your bum ass to Portland, man. I don't need a written statement from Enes Kanter about the decision. I don't care, man.
You gotta write his dissertation.
No, man, enough is enough, man.
He's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
I don't know why I laugh at people who hate Canada so much. It's too funny.
Yeah, because it's just like, dogs, like, shut up already, man.
I find it entertaining that he runs the role.
He's gonna be a great wrestler though, man. I'll tell you, like, I think his lady is in wrestling as well. He has that wrestling, you know.
Oh, he's made.
Yeah. I hope they make him to be a bad guy because he'd be perfect at getting booed.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Shout out to Cannon. All right, JLs, let's get out of here, man. Shout out everybody in the chat once again. This was Postgame Live, #1 postgame show on the internet for the Knicks fans, by the Knicks fans. Listen, man. Best way to support us. We saw Michael Parker sent us another super chat. JL's #1 fan of the show by far. Salute Michael Parker. He says he said Cam Reddish was Knox 2.0. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But shout out Michael Parker. But the point is, the best way to support us, super chats always welcome. Like I always say, all super chats, all merch revenue goes back into the show. We're building something real big here. But if not, hit that thumbs up button. Goes a long way in promoting the show. Share these videos with your fellow Knicks fan. The more we have in here, the more callers we have, the bigger the show gets. We're only a 10-win team. You know, imagine if we actually get good. This thing is going to be a monster, JL.
Oh, yeah, it's going to blow up, man.
Yeah, man. And subscribe. You got
I don't have super chat yet, but you can just buy some of the merch I have.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And subscribe. KnicksFanTV, Nick of Time Show. Subscribe to both channels. This show in particular is available in audio form on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, and Stitcher on the KnicksFanTV. You could also catch the Nick of Time Show podcast on those same platforms as well, and SoundCloud, right, Jails?
Yep.
And SoundCloud as well, man. So, yeah, man, good show, though. Remember, tomorrow night, no show. Valentine's Day, you know, we're going to do the thing with the wifeys and stuff like that, man. So, we'll be back after the All-Star break, man. But, JL's, go ahead and close out, bro.
Yeah, man, just dropped the show yesterday. So if you're on YouTube, you want to check the next installation of the Nick of Time show, go ahead and do that. And also you also can find those shows on SoundCloud, just like CP said, on iTunes, Spotify, all that. Also, follow me on Twitter, the KLT Show, on Instagram, the Nick of Time Show, and also on Facebook. Links are in the description. All you gotta do is click those links in my description and follow me right there. Also, if you need some merch, I got some dope Fizz hoodies. Also got some Knox and Franklin Aquino hoodies. Also got Whose Mans Is This t-shirts. It's my favorite t-shirt. If you cop all those, links in the description for those as well. And shout out to people who've been supporting me on this channel through the merch. Just to shout me out, tagging me through my show, all that stuff. Thank you for everybody supporting on Twitter, Facebook, all that, man. Back to you, CP.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Jay Ellis, man. Good show as usual. And shout out to all the watchers, all the new watchers, all the new subscribers, everybody supporting us. Just like Jay Ellis said, it's much appreciated. Goes a long way. Keep up with me on social media, man. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at KnicksFanTV. I'm always on there. I reply to every single comment that I get. So hit me up. Follow me on those platforms. Once again, the merch. You can catch the Mitch Please tees and hoodies, KnicksFanTV logo gear as well. The link is in the video description. Just hit that link. All the podcast links that I just mentioned are in the video description as well. So just look down, click those links, and yeah, man, continue to support, continue to show love. We will play statement games after the All-Star break. This Knicks hat will be up for grabs with the see-through logo, size 7.5, brand new. Those are the goods. Shout out to Shells once again for providing that. And yeah, man, that's been it, man. Kofi, appreciate you. Coaches. P-Mac, hold it down in Portland. Throw some eggs at Ennis Cantor if you make it to a game. Tack, appreciate you, Tack. Yeah, man. JLs, I'll see you, bro.